and gonna go through Pokemon Center update. But before we get started, yeah, I did get a Prismatic Evolutions ETB today, and opened it up and got my face ripped off. So fortunately, it was a distro special that I got just open a little bit ahead of time. Obviously, well after some of the Pokemon sponsor YouTubers got in, but I think I had a full art trainer and three Pokeballs, not even a Master Ball, no SIRs. It was a shit show. So remains to be seen what's happening there. One other thing I do want to talk about before we get started is on anontcg.com. We do have a sale going on right now. Bloomburrow starter decks, the 4-pack display. We're selling for $154.99. The link's going to be below. There's a second wave of those coming out, but right now I think they're selling for $275 on TCG Player. Full disclosure, we're trying to get some spend up on the Magic side in advance of Final Fantasy. So this is our gift to everybody who watches the channel, everybody in the Discord. I'm not trying to make more than a couple bucks on it and not lose our butt. So, and then lastly, before we get into this, I just do want to open Amazon real quick. So, the Terrapagos EX Ultra Premium Collection. Yeah, this is a product that came out over the summer or late summer and kind of had shit on a little bit. But it does have 18 packs, and you could say $5 a pack. It's probably a little bit on the high side. Yeah, you're at $90 plus the promos. Promos are probably $15 total, plus the full art energies. This is a nice way of saying that the product's starting to dry up a little bit, and at $88 on Amazon with the 5% off card, it's not a terrible buy. And quite honestly, I'm a little bit of a fan, especially as this is starting to dry up. But just wanted to point that out. So moving to Pokemon Center. So Vivid Voltage. We are, I think, 2 weeks ago, we were around 10,000 boxes. Now we're at 5,200 boxes. So they're selling relatively quickly. And if you look at Vivid Voltage here, they did have a limit of 4 cases. Yeah, still 4 cases, 24 of these, which I'm actually surprised they didn't take it down to 6. But, it is what it is. Battle Styles, there's still over 20,000 of these in stock. Astral Radiance, this is interesting because all the Astral Radiance product, there's a ton of it. This was showing 20,000 plus in stock. And all of a sudden, a couple days ago, really at the same time, Temporal Forces adjusted downward. They had 15,000 in stock. And now they're down at 12,000. And what's interesting is, and these are actually really nice ETBs. There's a purchase limit of 4. So the fact that they're getting eaten up so quickly, there have to be a couple people just hammering this, or everybody's like, hey, it's my last chance to get a sweet ETB from Sword and Shield. Who knows? Shroud of Fable. There's still over 20,000 of these. At some point, it'll start moving. Stellar Crown. There were 7,300 of these last week. We're down to 6,600, and the box on Pokemon Center right around MSRP. So I think this is going to start moving. The Astro Radius 3-pack blister here. There's like 9,000 of these left. There's a good amount. But moving to these, and I think there's 4 different iterations, and this is one Fusion Strike, one Battle Style. These are actually starting to get eaten up pretty quickly. Look, Battle Styles, 150, I think, on TCG Player, even though it's not going to sell it anytime soon here. But the Fusion Strike packs are pushing $10 each, so good value here, especially for Fusion. There's only, I think, 3,000 or 4,000 of each of these on average available. Still a couple weeks worth. It's not like the tins that are going to go crazy. Temporal, there's like 14,750 of these. So, 25, 30, 40 boxes a day selling, not anything crazy. And again, we talked about Astral. We talked about the Battle Styles Fusion combo. Brilliant Stars. So the Build and Battle box, there's over 20,000 of these available. However, the Build and Battle Stadium is down at like 8,600. So these are starting to move relatively quickly. The Electrode V, and I know I've had a couple people ask about this in Discord. And this is interesting because it's 2 Lost Origin. Brilliant and Astral Radiance. And honestly, there's so much Astral Radiance still available here. I think this is going to be, the booster box is a booster box, but the actual packs themselves are going to be slow moving. It's the most abundant set by far. But there's about 5,200 of these. The tins, all these tins are gone, even though they're not showing up as sold out. They're all out of stock. And again, these all had a fusion and a chilling rain in. we hammered that one on Discord and made the announcement, and everybody ate it up. The stacking tins here, same deal. These are all out of stock. Everybody wants Lost Origin, especially at $13. Good value there. Moving on to the next one. This is really, really terrible value, even with Crown Zenith where it's at. I think it's 5 packs for $40. So unless you're desperate, there's like 9,000 of these available. And quite honestly, it's shit value. So not much there. Going through the next couple of these, not really much available or much to talk about. It's all newer product. Astral Radiance, Build and Battle Stadiums. There's over 20,000 of these. And then, also the same. Let's see. Yeah, the Build and Battle Stadiums here somewhere. Not very popular. But there's over 20,000 of those also. So there's really not a whole heck of a lot right now that's available, and we can go to top selling. Let me just sort real quick on in stock. Give us a little bit of a different view here. So yeah, we can see Astral's selling crazy. Battle Style or Brilliant Stars here. It's probably going to be a little bit until these start to sell out, but honestly, Vivid Voltage is going to sell out next. Astral Radiance, again, the sell-through on these ETBs is pretty quick. It's a shame they're not selling, not letting me get 10 so you can get a case. That would be of interest from my perspective. And then Stellar Crown. Stellar Crown probably has another 3 to 4 weeks. Probably by mid-February, this is going to start to sell out. And again, Brilliant Stars, there's still 8,000 of these. That's pretty much it. There's not a whole heck of a lot. I mean, you look at the Cyrus here. These do not have Evolving Skies, so there's not a whole lot of value in any of the milk cartons here. So anyway, that's an update. Again, we have our setup on and on TCG. Let me just key it in real quick. You can see we have our Commander decks available here. And this is the full 4-pack. They'll ship later this week. They're on their way from distro. This is the second wave that's coming out. The allocation was a little bit. We actually pushed this one quite a bit because we thought it was something that people would be interested in, and it's $155.99, $10 flat shipping regardless of how much you buy, and the $154.99 includes sales tax. So anyway, guys, have a good night. Subscribe to the channel and join the Discord.